Hey y'all, I'm here. I'm literally only doing this video because somebody asked me. Now I'm gonna be real, y'all. I went to sleep early as hell last night. I went to sleep around like 8 o'clock with my boo. We was knocked out. So when I woke up this morning, I literally just saw this. This just all happened to me within the past 20 minutes. Like I literally just woke up not that long ago, right? So I wake up, go on Twitter, and I see the first thing I see on my timeline is Latto pretty much adding Nicki Minaj. And I'm like, what happened when I fell asleep? Like all you bitches love to act the fool the minute I go to sleep. So apparently there was a back and forth between Nicki and Latto. Nicki deleted a lot of her tweets, so couldn't really see. I had to like go and find actual screenshots because Nicki deleted a lot of the tweets, which bothers me because bitch, stand on what the fuck you said. But point of the matter is, before I go any further, I did it. I fucked up. Hold on. Disclaimer like I normally do. If you are a barb, click off my shit now. If you are a barb, click off my shit now. If you are a barb and you do not like critique of Nicki Minaj, click off my video now. I'm telling you, because it's not going to be good for your fave. So click off my video right now. Again, if I see you in my comments on that stupid shit, nobody but me will see it and I will block you and I will delete you. Okay? Last warning. If you are a Nicki Minaj fan, stan, barb, and don't like to hold her accountable for shit, get off my video. I'm going to give you a couple seconds. Okay, we done? Good. I don't really know what to say about this situation. I'm going to be real. I am so tired of talking about this woman. I don't know what to do. And I feel like when I get on this camera, I'm not saying anything new. It's just a different situation. But that video that I did talking about Nicki tarnishing her legacy, just go back and watch that. That video, I'm surprised it's doing pretty okay. But point of the matter is, go back and look at that video. That to me, clearly, I've listed out why I feel like Nicki is ruining and tarnishing her legacy. All this is doing is just adding more fuel. Like this is all this situation with Latto is doing to me is just more evidence as to how and why you are tarnishing your legacy, why people think you are bitter, why people think you're a hater, and why the only true support Nicki really has is the barbs. But right now, Nicki is on her own little island with the barbs. And I think that Nicki thinks, put it like this, Twitter is very much so ran very heavily fan-wise by the barbs and by the K-pop kids, right? Those are pretty much the main people that really kind of run Twitter on an everyday type of basis as far as a fan base is concerned. So I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna tell you guys, like, really go and look at the difference. If you go on Twitter, right, and you try to look up like Nicki's name and the whole Latto situation, all you're gonna see is nothing but people defending Nicki. But that's because the barbs are a fucking monopoly on Twitter and they know how to make bots, and a lot of them, they don't have anything else to do. Like some of these people are grown ass people, but a lot of these people, they don't have anything else to do. If all you have time to do all day is to sit on the internet and tweet every 5 seconds, that means you don't have a life, right? So these are people who don't have anything to do with their life. So again, if you go on Twitter and search Nicki's name, you're just gonna see a whole bunch of people defending or looking up the situation in general. It's just nothing but barbs, not regular people. It's barbs that are defending her. But if you take your ass off of Twitter and you go over to Instagram, and if you go to like Baller Alert, or if you go to like the Shade Room, or the Shade Room is kind of iffy sometimes, but Instagram and the people like blogs that's posted the story of what's going on, if you go under those comments, everybody is in the right headspace of, bitch, what the fuck is going on? Nigga, if you lost your mind, that's the difference, okay? That's the difference. But all of that to say, what am I supposed to say about the situation? Like, all it does, like I said, just gives credence to everything that happened. Okay, so a couple of months ago, and I don't know if it was a couple months ago, but I do remember when this clip originally came out, because it was a thing on Twitter for like a day, then it kind of died down. There was a clip that had went around with Latto in an interview. And in the interview, Latto pretty much was like, at one point in time, Nicki was kind of like the only girl really, versus now, like there's a whole bunch of like, more girls now, there's more variety, the girls have a bigger platform and stuff like that. And at that time, it was said that Nicki felt some type of way about that. And like the barbs made it a big deal. And it was just like a big deal online, but it literally lasted for a couple of hours and that's it. Now that was confusing at that time to me, because I'm like, there's no way that Nicki's mad about that, because what she said is facts. For 10 years, Nicki really was the only girl. And I'm so fucking tired of Nicki and the Barbs trying to play semantics. When she said that, she did not mean oh, she was literally the only rapper that came out in that era. No, what she's saying is that if you want to compare today to then, yes, she was the only girl. And I just asked the Barb this, which they could not answer me. It's been a couple hours. The Barbs always answer, so that's how I know I had their asses stuck. For those 10 years that Nicki was reigning, right? I want you to name another female at that time that was on Nicki's level as far as culture impact, sales, visibility. Name another girl during that time frame that was on Nicki's level. I'm waiting, or was even close. Fuck being on the same level as her, but was even this much close. I will wait. Okay, that's it. The time's up because there is none. And what I also don't understand is that for the longest time during Nicki's reign, Nicki loved bragging about the fact that she was only rap bitch on the Forbes list. Like, what are you talking about? All Nicki did them 10 years, she loved the fact that she was the only woman really that was up top. And she would say it all the time in her verses. So, and she has even said it since she's been out of, even during the Queen era, she literally always said, I was the top bitch. I was the main bitch. So I don't understand, why is it now a problem for Latto to say? She wasn't saying it in a disparaging way. She wasn't saying, well, Nicki pretty much fucked all of the girls over during her time frame and she was holding bitches down and that's why nobody could come up. That's not what she said. All she said was that there was a point in time when Nicki was the only one, and now it's not necessarily like that. Where's the fucking lie? So for Nicki to get mad about a truth, first of all, a hard cold fact, a fact, to me, when I really think about it, I think the reason why Nicki got mad at that is because it gives more credence to the fact when people try to say that she didn't get along with the girls and stuff. But it's true. You didn't and you don't now. Now, I feel like the reason why Nicki was the only girl at the time was not a just her thing. It was not. It really had little to nothing to do with Nicki, to me, in my opinion. I feel like the biggest reason why Nicki was the only girl is because that's just how the industry was set up. At the time, it was pretty much seen that only one girl could really be at the top. That's why prior to Nicki, it was Kim. And people could say Foxy and Lauren and all they want to. Them girls were hitting and they were amazing and stuff. But Kim was the representative as female rap. Let's not play them games. Yes, you had the other girls, but Kim stood at the top of the fucking heap. Right before Nicki, it was Kim. Point blank, period. So what I feel like I said, I don't even feel like all of it was on Nicki during that time. I think it was just the way that the industry was set up. Industry was set up that labels, they didn't want to put money behind females. It cost a lot to maintain a female artist compared than it does a male artist. People, they just didn't want to invest, okay? So that's why when people say that Cardi was actually one of the people who actually kind of broke that mold to a degree. Now, yes, Nicki kicked down that door and across the landscape. Yes, she did. But Cardi broke down the door of letting other girls in, not from Nicki's side, but from an industry, a music industry's point of view. Cardi's success showed that it can be more than one girl. Yeah, we still got Nicki. She reigning as queen. She that bitch, but it don't have to just be her. It could 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 just be a plethora of bitches, just like there's a plethora of niggas out here. And what I don't understand about Nicki is you do shit that's your feet. Whew, this is how I really feel. I feel like this. Nicki is a very much so male identifying woman, and you love to compare yourself. That's another thing too. Hold on, let's stop for a second. That's another thing too. Nicki, when you talk about the greats and stuff, you don't talk about women. You don't talk about women. You are always trying to compare yourself and put yourself up with men. That's what you do. That's what she does. When you talk about the greats, you don't talk about women. I never hear her say women's name for real. The only woman name that she says constantly is Foxy. And as everybody knows, that's because Lil' Kim and Foxy don't get along. We all know that. Like, let's stop playing fucking stupid. But when you be talking about the greats, you always say, well, I should be up there with Jay and this person and that. You always say men. You want to be so freaking closely related and identified to men. That has been Nicki her entire damn career. So don't, now that it's a girl's playground, try to be like, oh, well, I get along with the girls. No, you don't. You do not. You do the fuck not. Latto did not lie. That's pretty much gonna be the title of my shit so I can fan Barbs away. Latto did not lie. She's telling the motherfucking truth. Okay? And when I'm really getting aggravated by, and I think this is the older I get, the more irritated I get. Some of y'all are grown ass people, so y'all should be ashamed of yourselves for even defending y'all. If you are anywhere past like the age of like, if you got bills, I don't understand why you online defending anybody other than yourself. That's wild to me. But my main problem that I have is a lot of y'all, a lot of people that are talking, people that were born in like 2005 and 2006 in the year 2000, so have no fucking frame of reference. And the reason why I know a good majority of y'all was not born and wasn't alive and present during Nicki's real heyday is because all y'all love to do is pull numbers, pull this, pull that. So Latto had recorded a phone call with her and Nicki when Nicki pretty much was going the fuck off on her. Pretty much was like, I will send you the information of the women that did really well during that time frame. Da, 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 da. Bitch, it's not about numbers. It's not about numbers. We're talking about cultural impact, bitch. We're talking about legit impact, not numbers, bitch. Not numbers. Let me really go into my mind cycle and see during Nicki's reign, which I would consider Nicki's real reign being from maybe like 2008 to maybe like 2016-ish is kind of like her reign for real to me. Like when she was really the only bitch, about 2008 to 2016. That's about a good 8 years. So if I really think about during that time frame, right? And for me, I have very clear memory. Nicki came out when I was in high school and college. So that time frame, 2008, is when I started high school. 2016 is when I graduated college. So my memory is very fucking good about what happened during Nicki's reign. I know what it was like prior to her reign. I know what it was during her reign. And bitch, I know what it's like after her reign. So unless you have the full capability of knowledge and cultural impact, you need to shut the fuck up. That's how I feel. So during Nicki's reign, from 2008 to 2016, which is what I'm going to count because then Cardi came out like in 2017. That's what I'm going to count as her reign. Let's really talk about the women that came out and had good, maybe that was a rapper and had any type of hits. Let's think. First person that popped in my mind is Dej Loaf, right? Dej Loaf had, let a nigga try me. I'ma kill this whole motherfucking family. And I ain't playing with nobody. And that was a big song at that time. For that summer, it was good. Honestly, the biggest thing about Try Me outside of her was the remixes that came out of it. But Dej Loaf, let's talk about Dej Loaf for a second. Dej Loaf came out with Try Me. That was a big song for her. What else did Dej Loaf? So y'all telling me that Dej Loaf was on the same, was even close to where Nicki was at one point in time? Is that what we're saying? Because when you say there was other girls out, nobody is saying that there wasn't other rap girls. We're talking about who was able to be let through that door and get to the platform and the plethora that you did. That's what we're talking about here. So again, did Dej Loaf ever even get a little close to where Nicki was? The answer is no. Let's see, who else? Let me think about it. Remy was locked up for the majority of that time frame. She came out, she had All the Way Up. That was a good moment for her. Trina is always very consistent. Let me see. During that time frame, maybe Trina had I think Single Again was before that. Did Here We Go come out during that time frame? Maybe it did. I don't remember. So that's Trina. And Trina and Remy are people that are seasoned in the game and been here before Nicki. Trina actually gave that shit to this day, it disgusts us that Trina gave Nicki a tribute 2 years into Nicki's career. Like, what the fuck? That's so annoying. Anyway, who else? I'm really trying to think, and I'm not even trying to be funny. Who else during the time frame of 2008 to 2016 was on the same level as Nicki? I just want to know. And what I really, and like I said, something that I don't understand about the Barbs is the Barbs love to hold Nicki up because of that. Y'all love to say that she was the top bitch and she been the top bitch for a damn decade. But now that somebody actually says that, y'all want to take it as a slight because Nicki takes it as a slight. It's not a slight. It's the truth. And I hate even saying that. It's the truth. It is the truth. Okay, bitch? And all you doing arguing with Latto. First of all, I agree with Latto. Bitch, you the same age as my mama. She ain't lying. Nicki is the exact same age as my mama. So I ain't gonna hold you. It do a lot of times look weird as hell. I'm not even trying to be ageist, but it is very weird as hell that you're a woman in your 40s. Like this is how I feel about it. I seen Nicki complaining because I think this really came from the fact that Nicki is mad about something about the Grammys. Bitch, this is what I understand. You always mad about the fucking Grammys, but you keep going. And it's not just you. I feel the same way about Beyonce, and y'all know that's my fucking fave. Beyonce do almost nothing wrong to me, but I did when Beyonce do it, when Jay do it, all you motherfuckers sit up here and complain about the Grammys, but y'all keep fucking going. Y'all keep fucking nominating y'all stuff and keep putting y'all stuff up to be nominated, but y'all keep going. So I don't care anymore. That's why about when Beyonce loses at the Grammys, I don't care anymore because the fact that you want to keep going when these people want to keep disrespecting you to your face, I don't care. But Nicki pretty much was like, oh, well, y'all mad at me because I'm talking about this. This is like a 9 to 5. If you had a 9 to 5 or whatever, wouldn't you feel some type of way if somebody was treating you? Yeah, so let's keep that analogy. Let's keep the 9 to 5 analogy. So you work in a building that's 9 to 5, and it's called the rap game. That's the name. Oh, that was the name of Jermaine Dupri's thing. But we're just going to call it the rap game company, okay? Nicki, in this situation, if you really want to put a 9 to 5, Nicki, you should be like at the board. Like you are pretty much like the president, right? Like you are kind of like the president. You ain't the owner, you ain't the CEO, but you are the president of the rap game industries. Latto is her second year in, she is on the second floor, and it is her second year as an employee. So if we want to use comparison, since you want to use a 9 to 5, you arguing with Latto is like the president of a company arguing with somebody that been here for 2 fucking years. Since you want to put it in a 9 to 5, because that would never happen. The president of my company would never go back and forth with me. Why? You're the president. Why would you ever go back and forth with me? That doesn't even make fucking sense. And also, if we take it out of that, girl, I'm not arguing with nobody at my job that's 40-something years old. Are you kidding me? Bitch, like I said, you the same age as my mama. You should have more couth than even to be arguing back and forth with me. For what? Grow the fuck up. And really how I feel about it is, if it walk like a duck, if it quack like a duck, bitch, Affleck. That's how I feel about it, bitch. Affleck. So the way I look at it is, Nicki, you wrong. You been wrong. You continuously tarnishing your legacy. And I stand with Latto. I'm out. Bye.